Hi everybody, it's Andrew Hutchings here again, sitting right next to the wall socket charging my phone. I don't know if you go over here. Still not a doctor, working hard to bring you good information even though my phone's about to die and I'm sitting here. So this video is about the effect on lipids of testosterone and steroids, and what if you want to do them without ruining your lipids? How will different ones affect your lipids? Long story short, all steroids basically lower your good cholesterol and raise your bad cholesterol. Your good cholesterol has a whole bunch of things it does in your body that are important, including lowering your bad cholesterol in your arteries and preventing the formation of plaque. Bad cholesterol is important, but too much bad cholesterol is very bad. Leads to cardiovascular disease. So basically, steroids mess it up big time. It has been shown to mostly bounce back within a couple months, usually, or a few months after cessation of their use. But still, for the period of time in which you had low good cholesterol and high bad cholesterol, you could have had plaque building up in your arteries, amongst other deleterious health effects. And maybe you don't bounce back completely. Maybe you bounce back 95%. Maybe you do 10 cycles and that 5% turns into 50%. That hasn't been studied to my knowledge. So are you just screwed if you want to take steroids and not mess with your lipids? Yeah, you sort of are. But you could do TRT, so long as you actually get into the high normal range, which is probably still way higher than you would be. And like I've said in other videos, it's high throughout the entire day. And it's overall not really TRT. But if you get to the high normal range, testosterone at that range has been shown to increase good cholesterol a little bit and decrease bad cholesterol. It's like, oh my God. Who would have thought that? Because all steroids pretty much, I say pretty much because some of them, like nandrolone, some studies show that it's good for cholesterol or neutral, and then some studies show it's bad. And I guess I could go back to look at the dosage used in all those studies. Maybe the bad studies used too high of dosages. Maybe the good studies used a more optimal dosage. I can't remember exactly. But that may be the one exception. I mean, there may be other exceptions, but for the most part, all steroids, especially the oral ones that pass through the liver, have the effect in the liver. Liver is responsible for a lot of cholesterol stuff. Those ones really decrease good cholesterol and raise bad cholesterol. But the silver lining is that optimal testosterone levels are good for your cholesterol. So yeah, you can use testosterone to get high normal levels while not ruining your lipids and not significantly increasing your risk of heart disease, perhaps even decreasing it. Perhaps even if you have low testosterone, raising your testosterone will definitely improve. I'm saying perhaps it will definitely improve your cholesterol. It's very likely, because if you have low testosterone, low for your body, not low just on the scale, but your body is meant to be here and you are here. The whole scale is this, but your body's only meant to be here, but you're on your low end. If your body is meant to be here, it means you're here, below your normal range. Because it's all about your normal range, not the normal range. Just like the normal range of heights is 7'5" to 4'10", but that's not your normal range based on your parents and your genetics. Maybe you could grow to be 5'7", or you could grow to be 5'10" based on your genetics and everything. But it's completely outlandish to say that you should be 7'5" if your mom is 5'2" and your dad is 5'10". You're not going to be 7'5". It's not encoded in your genetics, most likely. I mean, maybe you could be if you had a pituitary tumor causing a lot of human growth hormone secretion. Yeah. So what was this video about? Oh yeah, cholesterol. And so yes, testosterone, if taken in optimal, healthy, normal, physiological dose, as in the high end of your normal range, can be very beneficial for cholesterol. But when taken in supraphysiological doses, as in higher than normal dosages, or if you take other steroids, except perhaps nandrolone. Nandrolone may have a sweet spot, but for the most part, all steroids are going to wreak havoc on your cholesterol, raising the bad and decreasing the good. Not good. This also implies that if you're a real hardcore steroid abuser, and yes, I'll say it, you're an abuser if you're in this situation, unless you screwed yourself over and forced yourself into it. But say you're always on and you never cycle off. Well, you should at least do normal TRT for a lot of the time. So guys call it blasting and cruising. I mean, typically it seems like they're cruising on a blast, like way higher than they should be. But your cruise should be like an actual TRT dose. That way your enzymes and everything get back to normal, your lipids and everything gets to how it should be. And then for a few months out of the year, you go back onto your blast, screw everything up, and then you go back to normal and let it stay at normal for a prolonged amount of time. And fix and make organized the things in your body. I was tempted to say another word in a different language because it reminded me of it. But no, this video is in English. English is my language. English is probably your language. Unless you're not an English speaker, in which case it's not your language. So I'm tempted to, I don't normally do this, but like I'm looking at the timer and it's 3 minutes before 10 minutes. And apparently if it's over 10 minutes, it's like better for the algorithms on YouTube. So now I'm going to think, is there anything else I could tell you about? Oh, so if you want to improve your cholesterol, you can do what I'm doing. I'll figure out how effective it was in a few months when I test again. But my cholesterol was very bad, not because of steroids, just because somehow it was really bad. So what I did is I bought a ton of fish oil, and I'm taking like 10 or 12 of them. I don't really count every day. So that adds up to like 3.5 grams of omega-3s, not just of fish oil, but of the omega-3s. I'm eating lots of nuts now, lots of fish, lots of, I mean, so far not lots of avocados, but like that's part of the plan. Eat lots of avocados, lots of olive oil and all that good stuff, and less bad fats. So like my bad cholesterol was not high, but still if you have low good cholesterol, then even normal bad cholesterol is really not good. It's too much. Because like I said, the good cholesterol cleans up the bad. So even if you just have normal bad cholesterol, if you have low good cholesterol, that bad cholesterol is wreaking havoc in your body, potentially forming plaque in your arteries, making your heart not good. And yes, also doing physical activity like cardiovascular activity is good for your cardiovascular system, improve its health. Eating fiber. So normally I actually kind of avoid fiber and oatmeal and stuff because I don't want it to absorb the fats, because I want to absorb as much as possible to make as much testosterone as possible. Probably stupid thinking. I mean, I know it's obsession and I have low testosterone, like on the low end of testosterone anyways, like low to middle, depending on what time I get tested. But yeah, I try to get lots of fats to have good hormones. But if you have high cholesterol, you want to have those fibers, like, and oatmeal has been shown to do it well, but other fibers like vegetables do it too. But oatmeal also has some other chemical in it that prevents the absorption. But yeah, long story short, those fibers, especially oatmeal, pointing over there because there's a kitchen, they prevent the absorption or reabsorption of different lipids, fats in your GI tract. And the more fats you absorb, the possible higher cholesterol you may get. So when you prevent the absorption or the reabsorption, because they were already in your body, then they're getting excreted out, but then instead of going out at you, they get reabsorbed. By preventing that, you help get your total down. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. Remember, testosterone at optimal doses, good for cholesterol. Anything else, basically bad for cholesterol. Too little testosterone, also bad for cholesterol. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Check out my Instagram, natural_true_fitness. You can hire me for coaching, for anything, supplements. I'm not a doctor. I just take all the information of the world, put it at your fingertips through the words of my voice or from my hand. And I am tired and ready to go to sleep. Have a good night.